Okay, so last time you guys had finally finished up your clearing out of the Tiamorax temple. After having the Eagles, who offered to cure out of her dragon's naught breath toxin going through her draconic form, they were kidnapped by a group of Grief who were wanting to use their blood, and they gave samples, so it'd be like skin and feathers that would grow back relatively slowly, in hopes of reviving their long since dead dragon. As Timorax was hailed as a master of life and undeath, being able to return to form those that normally would not be able to. With special ties to the Grief and their seemingly curse or some other form that doesn't allow their souls to pass on after death, with the Grief in the temple stating it as their body being a sort of prison after they die, that their souls trapped within it. And for the Eagles, who barely last to 40, they had blood ties with the dragon Timorax many centuries ago, though due to the dragon's death, it kind of sullied their blood. There was some form of connection with the Gria as well, but more of a personal opinion kind of thing, where the Gria had stolen draconic powers by eating one, whereas the Grief and Eagles were gifted it. Not wanting a good, bad, whatever outcome from the misdeeds of kidnapping and taking of blood, hard to say if it would be torture, you were able to deal with the Griefs and at least one enemy faction's Eagle and Naga in the underground, and were able to rescue all of the Eagles that you were traveling with, as well as another Gria by the name of Fayeth, who was a traveling merchant, seemingly needing some of her materials as well, though she was offered a monetary reimbursement for such. And upon leaving, you discuss with them what happened and what they were going to continue to do. The druids, of course, are still on their word that they're going to help you, whereas Fayeth asked if she could accompany you at least back to Sedbrook, so that she could go back on her travels or at least sort herself out. Heading northward, away from the Timorax temple, you also met with a Rogadine by the name of Dotaro, who seemingly was on the track of your party, and more specifically Drazenka, as he is a paladin without any sort of divine guidance, though it's not a all too common thing for them to have such. Amongst his peers, it seems like he was very desperate to find something to follow, more in the arms of a cleric or even a divine knight of such. After moving from deity to deity, finding nothing, his most recent attempt at doing so, he asked for a sign from Shiva, and at the same time overheard conversations about your party, and followed a trail of icicles towards Drazenka. Seemingly seeing Drazenka as the Empress of Ice herself, even giving her the moniker, he has worded his way into your party, at least until whatever sort of prayers he does with Drazenka lead to some sort of guidance that he can prominently see, or anything along your path leading him on his own. He has heard of a few of the other members of your party, though mostly in the form of the poem, song, and bardic tale of your party's healing of the disease that was traveling around towards the south. Even though all the way from Vullen, it seems like your trail is going even into Ziteni lands. He has sort of a title for each of you. Drazenka, obviously, the Empress of Ice. Edwin the Grand, as he sees him as a steward, butler, or almost a right-hand man to Drazenka. Al the Auntie, who mostly comes in the form of her poem of varying heights, and he just calls Zairin Sir Zairin. thinking of him as a knight, as he actually is a temporal knight. You accepted him into the party, though you've not had much time to converse with him or see what he can do. But he has given you a few tales of his past exploits, and he definitely seems to be an upstanding fellow. And we ended off just as the party returned to Scorchhaven after 4 days, still in a rather hot climate, and you were discussing selling off some of your well-deserved gains from the Team Rex Temple and otherwise. So if the party is still up for it, I think you could still see it in the chat. I don't think there's enough there to put it away. But if you can't, you can scroll up, and I gave you a list of what you gave to me and the price you could sell them for if you're still wanting to do so. And if you're going to buy anything currently in Scorchhaven. I know there's a bit of to and fro. Just let me know if that's what you're doing.
Just a little quick interruption. Before our party gets to Scorchhaven, Rosenka's gonna ask Zyran to stop the cart just for a moment so she can swap places with someone on the inside.
Sure, no problem.
Thank you.
Yeah, is everything okay?
Yes, I'm alright. Just thought it might be a good chance to give somebody else the opportunity to be on the front.
And maybe just not quite be so visible as well, huh?
Look at you being so observant. But yes, you are right.
It doesn't happen very often, but sometimes I notice things.
You too. Or perhaps I'm not as good as keeping secrets as I sometimes would like to be.
Yes.
Then she'll step down and go to the door, and Edwin, would either of you like to take the front for a bit?
Sure, I'll take it.
Right, thank you.
Excuse me.
Aaron's dying.
Die.
Come back.
Yep.
Don't die.
Yeah, sorry.
It was anything keeping them together.
No, I just took a breath and just a little bit of extra saliva went down the wrong way.
Lovely. At least you're hydrated.
Yeah.
So you're saying Drazenka is swapping with Al?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, the carriage is definitely going to be weighted in the back because there's now 2 people above 6 foot in there.
Yeah.
It's a good thing it's not like one of those two-wheeled deals. Does this thing have a leaf spring on it?
English?
Does it have some sort of shock absorbers instead of just straight being an
Suspension
axle attached to? Yes.
You're asking more than I think Pathfinder puts into it.
I know, I'm just being silly.
It's designed in a way that it can carry probably close to 400 pounds, maybe more, because it has 200 on the roof, or at least it can do, as well as 6 people. Actually, probably more than 400 pounds. There's some very heavy creatures in this world. I don't know. Up to your guess.
Once Sal gets back on the front, we'll just take back off. Just finish the trip to Scorchhaven.
Yeah. I will note, however, both Edwin and Zenka have a high enough sense motive for a passive check. Now that Al's in the back, Dotaro, who was just reading through a blue book on Shiva, doesn't spend as much attention to it. It's like he's reading it, but something else is also distracting him as he definitely looks a few more times at Drazenka.
starts the same page over 7 times.
Yeah. Edwin at least will clock it because she's knows Trasenka well enough that there is definitely like she tries to like be like all nonchalant and just sit and look outside, but he can definitely spot like tension in her as well. Just some sign of uncomfort, but yeah, she's not gonna say anything out loud. Beth and Totoro maybe, but Edwin just gets it for free because he knows her so well.
Is Edmund doing anything in response?
No. Trasenka is a capable individual. I can see that they're uncomfortable, but if they're not actively saying anything about it, I'm not going to speak on their behalf. I will be honest, I had to go and pick up a small cat who decided that they wanted to go out the front door, so I did miss about a minute of that, so apologies.
Basically, Jazenka's now in the back, and it's distracting Dotaro from his reading.
Okay, then yeah, I stick by what I said. I understand that Trasenka may be uncomfortable, but they've been in uncomfortable situations before, and if they wanted to say something, they would say it.
Maybe they just don't want to be rude, or make him crestfallen.
But if it would help,
I take it-
Dotaro, we can put some kind of divide up between you two to help with your studies.
Dotaro's going to look to Feyev, who's still, like, peeking over his arm to read with him. No? Feyev is fine to read alongside me.
No, not you two. I thought the whole point of you going on this journey was to focus on your devotions, not be distracted by objects of them.
I must keep a wary eye on the roads. As from what I've heard from your lot's travels, they're certainly being filled with dangers abound.
Indeed. And do you assume the dangers are going to come directly from Jazenka and her person?
Oh no, not of course. I was able to track her. I'm sure others would too. She would be a prime target.
Jazenka is more than capable of looking after herself. I suggest you work on your studies. For now, at least.
I do apologize on my own behalf. I do not wish to distract you. I know it can be quite cramped down back here.
Indeed. It's very thoughtless of you to not wear some kind of all-encompassing shroud.
Oh, there's no need. Pay me no mind. I'm merely brushing up on things.
Of course. Just remember, we're people in this carriage. Let's just try and keep it that way.
Are you doing anything else before heading into Scorchhaven?
Nope.
Nope.
That was it for me.
Alright, you can re-enter into the small town. So take it you are going to be selling the Serpent's Band, the Sounds of Quick Reaction, the +2 Dex Belt, the Boots of the Cat, and the combined +1 Resistance and Muleback coat.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, think so. No one's objected, so sounds like a plan to me.
Alright. Giasta, feel free to update the group loop with that.
Shall do.
were you going to be purchasing what Jack B posted about the tents, scrolls, and alchemical items?
Yeah, I'm happy with the list.
If we're able to do it all at the same time, all it means for Jasta is you can take the items out and just add 1,050, to the group loot total, which makes it 40985.
Alrighty.
Where are these items going? I'm going to guess the tents are going on the carriage roof, or are you going to put them somewhere so you can have access to them in a dungeon?
Depends on how much weight we have left, because I know we had a Mont Blanc satchel at one point, and we have the bag of holding. We're also carrying a lot of gil. So it's a question of how much we have left in there.
There we go.
I mean, if necessary, we can have like one tent on us and leave the rest on the carriage.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, put 3 on the top, because I forgot that tents are multiple people, not individual. So
yeah,
we
I
could
think
just
that
have
might be
one.
the case when you put like 3 days, 12 tents. Something's not adding
Yeah.
up here.
I completely forgot that it wasn't that there were multiple occupancy. So yeah.
Luxury single-person tents.
Yeah, well, maybe that's showing more of my side rather than what they actually do. So yeah, 110 I think we should be more than capable of putting in. Put the 3 on the top, and then I'd probably suggest 1 decoy escape each, 1 ethereal mask each.
Or we could give 2 masks to Awa and Siren, because we both can cast see invisibility.
Oh yeah. No, makes sense.
I will add it to my loot. When my
Decoy
character
escape
sheet loads.
each.
I think the scopes everyone can use. Just yeah. Go.
Right. As you are going around Scorchhaven, selling and buying, I need everyone to roll me perception, please.
Perceive something.
Alright. Everyone will hear it. Even Zyron, with all of his bonuses into perception nowadays, even though it's only a +7, he did roll relatively high. As you're moving around, you'll hear amongst the populace a lot of, you could say, rumors, though from the out of people talking about it and seemingly those hiring clerics and the like. It seems like the local churches, graves, and crypts are having quite a relatively large issue, though more on the side of political means, as a lot of people are complaining, seemingly about those belonging to the grief. And you can hear a distinct notion that there is a lack of energy coming from the graves.
Is it not strange that they're not wearing their masks?
think I've ever seen one without it.
Precisely. They normally wear their masks all their life.
But is that really something we want to get involved in?
I don't really want to get involved in it. I'm just pointing it out. We're in the middle of doing our own thing.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too.
Also, Zion, you heard nothing about masks. What Al said is more out of the blue than anything.
Okay. So I don't see any of them not wearing masks either, right?
Not that you notice.
Okay. Why do you ask about the mask thing?
What do you mean? Why do I ask? Can you not see all of the grief that are just in the town, not wearing their masks?
Are you going to point one out to him?
As I'm saying that, I will point that out to him.
As Al points out one of the grief, thankfully they won't notice such a rude gesture. But Zarian, you will notice someone you didn't think was a grief because you've never really seen one without a mask walking around normally.
Oh. I didn't even realize. Okay.
I'll sort of just tap on the carriage and like inform Edwin and Jazenka as well, so they can look out the window and see.
You would be like outside one of the shops you were shopping at.
Oh, okay, fine.
You would be in the carriage. You'd be walking around.
I don't know if we were going through the main street or something.
Are we staying the night here in Scorchhaven, or are we just going on?
Time of day is it?
It'd be late afternoon.
If we wanted to travel, how much more time would we have, if any?
You would have another 2 hexes,
Oh, yeah.
so you get to here.
We would get pretty close. It's just we'll be camping in the wilderness rather than camping in the safety of an inn.
I kind of feel like that's okay.
It's fine by me. I'm used to living out in the wilderness.
Well, safety of a settlement wasn't exactly much the last time.
Very true.
Um,
Drazenka, what do you make of
Is-
these Garif not wearing their masks? It's the first time I think I've seen this happen. Have you noticed it before?
To be quite honest, I didn't realize it myself before you pointed it out. With them being so nonchalant about it themselves, I assume it is mostly unusual, but completely unheard of. I am a little concerned about the rumors I've heard about the issues with the graves.
Well, I'm fine with either decision. We could stay in the town for the night, which means we can investigate this a little bit, or we can just move on and ignore it, and then we can go rest in the camp.
unless there's some sort of like quest board up or something like that with that type of thing on it, I think we should just let the locals sort it out.
There's the quest objective.
Is Faith still with us?
Yep.
Okay. Once we're done selling these things, do we want to give Faith her money that she was supposed to get?
believe we should give her something at some point, but if she's coming with us to Sablebrook, we could
Wait
give
till
it to
then.
her when. Well, either way, it makes little difference, but if it's in her pocket or in ours until then.
That's fair enough.
And just to make sure we heard none of these rumors when we came through the first time, right? As far
Correct.
as we're aware. Yeah.
So what's
Well.
the party doing?
Yeah, if we're not gonna get involved, I kind of say that we should just move on.
Yep, I'm happy with that.
Desire is gonna ask if all of the people that are with us, if they have enough food to keep going, or if
I
they
don't
need
need
food.
food.
I know, but Kuki and her people, and Faith and Dotaro, they might need food. Especially like Faith isn't even an adventurer at all, so.
You still have all of the belongings of the druids that would have been left behind, so they're fine. Dotaro makes his own trips and gets his own stuff whenever you go to settlements, he's fine. The only one at risk is going to be Faith, who has all her belongings. Where she got kidnapped from, so she would need some food.
She would what?
She would need some food.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, we could stop for a meal at least. Make sure Faith is fed and pick up some trail rations. I don't think she's got any way of eating. All good? Good idea, bad idea?
Sounds good to me. Where do you want to go? A local inn or find somewhere fancier?
And just somewhere to eat would be nice. I don't. Are there restaurants here?
I reckon an inn would be fine. I can get a drink there or two.
Zion will go talk to somebody and ask where the local inn is, and if they have good food. Ask if they have good food.
They'll point you in the right direction. They have many different taverns you can visit, as it is a tourist spot, so they'll have quite a range of food on offer.
All right. There's are there any oh my goodness, my brain just died. The guy who's got all the simulacrums. Are there any of his inns here? I don't think so.
There is not a colourful bard here, no.
There we go. Okay, that's the word.
And it's a bunculi, not simulacrums.
Oh, is it? Okay, I didn't know. Sure, we'll just go find a nearby-ish inn and grab a meal?
If you fill yourselves with some of the local delicacies, you will continue to hear a few people speaking here or there about the recent changes with the Garif. And it seems like they're going around looking for clerics that deal with both necromancy and revival magics to both investigate and, if it's a continual problem, sort it out.
Maybe we should give our friend a little bit of information about what's going on here. He might be able to come help these people.
Friend who?
Again,
Skelly boy.
words are big. Yes, the freaking the necromancer.
Who's the necromancer?
Don't do
Aristocrat.
this to me. Yeah, Aristat. There you go. Good grief, man. Brain is not on a whole track today. It's just kind of plugging along on the sidelines somewhere.
Yeah, you can make a note to yourself the next time you see Aristat to talk to him about it.
Is anybody else not worried that this might be our doing?
I don't remember coming here. Why would we have caused this?
You did come through here.
We came. Well,
We
we
rushed through.
interrupted. We interrupted something rather important south here.
True. But we deemed it not a very positive thing. Hence why we stopped it.
That was our understanding of the situation, yes, but well, it might have had some unfortunate side effects.
Be that as it
Or it
may,
might be unrelated.
is there much that we can do? Don't know about you, but I'm not very well versed in necromancy.
Well, aside from us dealing with a necromancer quite a few years ago now. I admit it's not exactly my specialty either.
The best we can do now is just keep our heads low.
What's it going to cost us to feed? I mean, I'm sure that we're all going to eat too, just even though we don't need to, but feed ourselves in Faeth.
You could just say 10 gil and be done with it.
Alright. Jaster, could you take that out of party loop, please?
Yep. Done.
Awesome. Did that include rations and stuff for?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you going to be doing anything else within Scorch Haven? Are you going to be spending a night here, or are you just heading on towards Sailbrook?
Yeah, I think once shopping is over, I think we're heading towards Sailbrook.
Yeah. Don't feel a heavy need to spend the night here.
Alright. Leaving the protective domain of Ignaroth, you will continue on towards the northeast. Eventually, you'll come to the point where the jugglers get too tired, and you can set up camp for the night. As it will be the first, you can probably get a good eye of it before. You will notice that before not resting, Dotaro will spend 10 minutes ritual casting Keep Watch on himself.
Ritual casting what?
Keep Watch.
Oh, keep watch. Gotcha. Just that second part cut out, and I couldn't quite hear it.
Keep Watch is a technically meta magic. Increases the casting time, but it also increases the length if it is short enough, and it doesn't cost him MP to do so. If there is nothing else, the party can sleep. The day will pass into the next without any issue. However, everyone besides Al can roll sense motive.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gonna go great. I rolled a 10.
Alright. Edwin and Drzenka. Al can explain whatever she has across her face or body to you. Zion is unaware.
As per the usual.
I guess, yeah, if Edwin and Drzenka are looking, you could probably see Al sort of grasping at her chest where her heart would be.
Al? What's wrong?
I'm not sure. It hurts in my heart. It's just a big pain.
You haven't got reflux again, have you?
I don't eat. There's nothing to reflux.
We ate last night.
I never did. I drank.
Well, maybe it's that, but
No, this is different. That's more of a burning sensation. This is more of a sharp pain.
Drzenka, do you mind checking her magically, and I'll
Him?
look at the body.
No, of course.
Just I assume we haven't got time for both. Like, for one person to do both.
Outside of her normal magical auras, you don't see anything new. As for a heal check, is Al being truthful to her doctor?
Yes.
Alright. The best diagnosis that Edwin can give is that Al is suffering from heartbreak.
I think his brows furrow for a moment. To be clear, do you mean like this is a physical condition, or these are the signs of? Because there are animals and people that do get ill from the emotional effect of heartbreak. Do I understand which?
Can you rephrase the question?
So is it a case of her heart is physically breaking, as in like she's having like a myocardial infarction or something of a similar nature, or is she a little bit like, and I'm not trying to say this is the case, but you know when rabbits lose like a partner, they can die from heartbreak? Is it like that? It is a emotional root causing a physical problem.
It's closer to the latter, yes.
Okay. Is there something you need to tell us, Al, or is it something you want in either doctor-patient confidentiality, the confidentiality of a friend, or a priest? Because there's something going on with you, but I'm not at liberty to say.
No, I don't think so. I'm not really sure why.
Do you understand why this may be happening?
Really?
Has Zyron sort of caught wind of this? Because we're not being quiet at this point.
I mean, everybody's kind of like hovering around Al, looking worried that he would kind of clock that, but
Al, have you been in love?
Excuse me?
I'm asking this openly and honestly. Have you been in love with someone? This is why I said, would you like to do this with one person, not me?
I have caught motions before. Whether they could have transpired into something more, who knows? But I don't see what this has to do with my pain. Do go on.
I thought you were having a heart attack. That's not what's happening. I've seen this in 1 or 2 case studies, and it's extremely rare. There's something emotional affecting your body, directly. You're suffering from a heartbreak.
But I haven't...
Love can take many different forms, Al. It doesn't have to be one that you seek in someone else. You may love your parents, love a place.
I got it! Love my ability! Oh, maybe it's because I can't.
It's possible. Do you feel the loss of your transformation?
Immensely. Not so much because I can't transform, but because I lost, or feel I've lost the ability where I can provide as much strength to this group that I could before. I know you're going to retract my statement and say that I have strength in many ways, but that's not the point that I'm coming across. The latter of the fact is I cannot protect you like what I could before.
I'm actually not going to contradict you there. You are different. Being different isn't the problem, Al, but mourning for the loss of what you were, that I can understand.
See, well, I don't think I've ever experienced a heartbreak before, but... Mr. Doctor, what's the remedy?
In truth, it's an area very on the border of my expertise. Hearts break in an innumerable number of ways. They can be shattered, cut, burned. It depends on what caused it. And the healing process is unfortunately not something that I am capable of doing. It's entirely internal. It's how you wish to remedy this heartbreak that will matter. Now, whether you wish to grieve, rage, hold your company to yourself, and stoicism is entirely up to you. This is one problem I cannot help you with, at least with my magic or my tools. If you wish to speak to us as people, that we can do. But the truth is, I don't know. And Nabaz, I assume that is the case. It's not like I have fix heartbreak as a spell.
No.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's more of a time kind of thing.
Yeah. That's it. Time, I hear, can heal all wounds. And I think I'm involuntarily going to just snap a glance at Zahiran.
Everything okay?
I think so. It will be up to Al to discuss. I can't do more for you.
You said something about time heals all wounds.
Yes, Edwin believes I'm going through some form of heartbreak. I had a pain in my chest. I'm not too sure why. I don't know whether it's for other reasons. I don't know whether it's because I'm not who I once was. All I know is we're getting a step closer in the right direction to hopefully fulfilling myself whole again.
We're all here for you, Al. We accept you no matter what you can or can't do. And we'll do our best to get you back to normal fighting spirit.
Indeed.
I appreciate
I'm
that,
sure it's the
Zyron. You'll just have to continue to take up the front line just that little bit more.
Yeah. It's probably not going to do anything, but you know I do have some small abilities with time. Do you want me to try to heal it a little bit?
No. I think magic is not something that can solve this, as what Edwin was describing. I think it needs to be physical time.
Probably.
Thank you for the gesture.
Right.
I'm sure Jazenka can say this better than I can, or even our resident knight here. As soon as Dotoro puts his head up, I'm going to say, no, not you. We're all here for you. You just need to be here for you. And I think our local miracle worker wants a word. And I'll look over to Jazenka.
Well, whatever I could say has already been said, I believe. Sounds like this is something you have to mostly deal on your own, but don't have to be completely alone for it.
It always feels better coming from you though, Jazenka, so go on.
It's true, you may not be the same as you once were, but none of us are. We've all changed. In multiple ways. And we will do whatever we can to get your dragon back out. No matter what.
Thank you. I appreciate all of your kind words and efforts. They're comforting.
Sorry. Well, we should probably get back on the road.
I agree.
Well, the one thing we can do for you, Al, is keep you in the good stuff in our journey. And with Cookie's help, resolve this.
Then we should be able to make it to Glenholt by the evening. Unless we need to stay in Sablebrook for longer.
I don't think so. And oh shit, my soup! And I'm going to run right to the campfire and fix that.
You'll always see Dotaros just has the pot in his hand and he's already taken off the thing for you.
Thank you.
Of course, it seems you were dealing with matters I am not too familiar with.
Well, you're going to have to one day. You'll find your party, and eventually, you may be the one who doles out knowledge. If I know anything about groups of adventurers, it seems the tallest one is the one who gives the wisdom out.
We shall have to see if that is my task.
But yeah, I just wanted to run away to let these guys have some time if they need it, but depends if ours. As long as they're not physically, in danger of having some kind of heart attack, yeah, just let them have their space.
They're fine
It's not the best of
against that kind of thing.
And I'll go ahead and give her a calming touch, just for the Chester mostly. But
I cast
yeah.
level 9 death, no.
Yes.
Yes, kill the heart, remove the pain.
Cast
Does the
reincarnate on her.
party pack up the camp and move towards Sablebrook?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Edwin's just keeping, not keeping an eye out, but just realizing that sometimes the quietest and most stoic of us are sometimes in the most pain in ways we don't really think about. And move on.
I assume that Ao's going to be up front again with Zayrn instead of having Drazeka up front. She's going to be in the back again.
Oh shit, actually, can I very quickly buy something in Stablebrook?
You haven't even got to Sablebrook yet.
As I'm saying, when we get there, could I buy something when we get there? Just as a reminder before we go through.
Maybe. Depends how I feel like it.
Can I buy really thick curtains for the carriage?
Sure.
Just for the windows.
Curtains.
Yeah, effectively. I want tints. I want tints for this. But yeah, I'll just run off and buy some
Velvet
thick,
curtains.
thick. I wouldn't say, not incredibly high quality, pretty hard wearing, but thick black curtains that we can draw if we want to.
Black.
Well, I don't know how big a square yard is, because that's a different measurement than what I use. You can
it's
buy-
close to a square meter.
I don't know what a square meter is, but you could buy 1 square yard of silk for 10 gil.
Yeah, just for arborition's sake, I might just ask Al, I'll explain why I'm doing it, which is effectively to allow Drazeka to have some privacy if she wants it to in the carriage, and just ask for 50 gil from the party fund, if that's alright.
So if you hold your arm out to the side, the tips of your fingers to about the middle of your chest is going to be a yard or a meter approximately. It's
Yeah,
not gonna
so
Okay.
be exactly, but a square meter would probably. I mean, depending on how big the windows are, I don't think they're huge, but that would probably
no,
cover it.
Well, it seems like he's. Are you putting out all the windows, or are you dividing the carriage in half?
No, it was for the windows.
Okay.
The thing before was more just like not an admonishment, but more just a case of, we're all just people in the carriage. It's fine. Just like it seems a bit uncomfortable with you. Keep like just looking over, but I understand why.
Yeah.
I'm not going to punish him for the sake of that. It was more for the curtains, so that obviously Drazenka's moved here. Edwin's thinking, okay, that might be why. If even Zyron, no offense, but Zyron's clocked the fact that she's getting a bit uncomfortable with the attention. It's just to give the option, not to make it permanent, but just give the option of doing it.
Yeah, like putting a curtain on a rod, you can have it open, you can have it closed.
Yeah, and I'd run it by everyone before I do it, so I will just ask, is this acceptable?
Yeah,
It's
fine.
very rudimentary, but it gives us the option of privacy.
Yeah. You said we could buy a square yard of fabric for how much?
10 gil.
And go.
Oh yeah, that's fine. That's
I'd suggest we get 50 just for like repairs. It's just a round number and it makes everyone happy.
gotcha. That's fine.
Now, Drazenka. If you want to change the colour, I realise it may look like a bit like a funeral carriage, but go on.
No, I don't mind. Thank you,
Right.
Edwin.
Yeah, no. Al doesn't mind either.
Yeah, she
Excellent.
likes
Is this
to
going to
take a
be a
nap.
case of the curtains are always pulled across? Because that would blind you to perception checks, or is it
no,
just
so
going to be...
This is more like if we're entering a city, we have the option of pulling them closed. They're generally going to be open, I think, is the consensus for people. If we're in the wilderness, of course, we've got
Yeah,
to
that's
open,
how
right?
I imagine it. Like,
Okay.
so it's like curtains on a rod where you can like pull them aside when we're on the road
Yeah.
and keep an eye out. But when we get to a city, then just pull it closed for
it.
a little bit of privacy. Yeah.
And the reason why I'm saying 50 is we'll have enough to repair it. We can make it like really thick fabric, so it is going to block out vision. Yeah, that was it. Just a little gesture. That was all.
So put like
All right.
5 yards of fabric in the party loot somewhere.
Yeah,
Well, it's just going to be on the carriage. But...
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just going to be on it.
Okay.
You can make your way into Silverbrook and go do that if you wish, as well as anything else you're going to buy here. Faith will thank you for the ride and say that she's fine to be left here and to sort herself out.
Okay.
Zyron will, if everybody's okay with it, he'll have talked to them at some point about it, but he'll gather up the coin that she was supposed to be getting from the Garif down south and hand it over to her so that she doesn't come out of this with a complete loss.
Oh, that was part of the shopping list.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, but you never actually gave it to her.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
it's
no.
counted
it's
for
part-
in the funds,
yeah,
but no, it's the
it's
roleplay
still
time for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I know that you had a lot of a hard time down there, and you kind of don't have all of the supplies that you came with, and they did say that you would get some money, so we took some of the money that we found at the place down there and gathered it up for you. I believe that you said that this is what they owed you, so hopefully it'll help you out.
This will certainly help speed me along. I was going to have to be probably making the trek on foot. I didn't really have anything else in my pockets. Thank you. I'll get myself another carriage. Hopefully all my stuff is still where I've left it. If I see you again, I'll make sure to repay this.
Oh no, that's not necessary. Also, the food here's the extra food that we bought for you back there. None of us need to eat, so we bought all this extra food for you. So please don't feel the need to pay us back or anything like that. It's absolutely not necessary. But if we ever do see you, maybe we can have a discount on whatever you're selling.
Well, make sure not to stock too expensive items.
Not a big discount, just like a friends and family type discount.
This is much more than I was expecting to be getting out of this whole ordeal, especially when I turned them down for their monetary bribing. Maybe I'll be able to keep my contracts still. As I say, I just hope my stuff is where it's left. It'll take some time to get everything sorted. I don't want to be keeping you behind. I know you said you're on a, not exactly a deadline, but you're speeding along.
Yeah. Where are you off to next? Are you staying here in Sablebrook, or are you heading off somewhere else?
I should be heading up northways. I need to talk with some of my clients, and a lot of my stuff is in Radana, so I think it's a different route you're taking.
Yeah, we're gonna be heading towards the east, or sorry, the west here in just a little bit. But we'll be going. We're gonna continue on west. We're not gonna go towards the north at all.
I'll eventually be heading westwards, so might meet up at some point.
Maybe. Is there anything else that we could do that would help you on your way?
Oh, you've done more than enough.
All right. Well, I wish you the best of luck. Here's hoping that your stuff's still there.
And to you. Thank you again.
Yeah, no problem.
Sorry, just thought about something. Could I potentially buy a scroll of magic vestment here, if possible, to learn?
Yeah.
Cool. Jester, sorry to be a pain. Is there any chance you could take that to group loot? Because that's going to help all of us. Apart from maybe Zyra.
Of course I can.
Thank you.
Ooh, you've put me at an even number. Lovely.
Ah, see, I always think about you.
Ooh. You can just cast that on clothing. I didn't realize that.
Mhm.
That's cool.
I think I just auto passed the thing to learn it, so I'll pop in.
For
That was
a
it.
12, so +3. Nice.
It's not going to help you too much since you don't wear armor.
I mean, it still it makes my clothing magical armor for the time that it's cast.
Yeah, but if you always have mage armor on.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
it
that's
doesn't
true.
stack
Yeah.
with mage armor.
No,
It
no,
doesn't stack, yeah, because they're two different armors. You only take the highest
Yeah.
armor you have.
That's true.
Don't listen to Owlcat, it doesn't stack.
I'm trying to get my AC bonus back, guys. God. No, I need like 7 spells to get back to my AC that I used to have.
You shut up, you'll be there anyway, it's fine.
Eventually, maybe.
Are you buying anything else whilst you're here?
Nope, that was just something that struck my mind. If anyone else has got anything, let me know, or let us know. That's it.
I think I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
You will continue to hear the same sort of rumours from Scorchhaven. It seems that a similar issue is happening here. Though you can hear it a bit more since this is a larger town.
Is there a like a adventurers guild here, where like they have over in the East Company at all?
Yeah, you can also go to the colourful bar that's here, where they would normally gather.
Oh heck yeah! I am going to pass a note along to whoever can send messages and stuff like that. That I would like to send a message to Aristat Crow and let him know that they're having problems with the Greaves here, and that they're looking for somebody with his type of talents to hopefully help out and see if he'd be interested. Would that cost money?
Yes, if you want to have a sending given to Aristat Crow, it would cost 280 gil if you want it instantly. Or you can send a messenger over to him, which will just take some time.
But it wouldn't cost money for the bird?
It would cost money for the bird, just a lot less. It just takes
Okay.
more time.
Yeah, I'll send the bird.
You may as well send the message. The sending is negligible for our party fund.
That's true, but I could also just, talk to what's his name? Why is my brain doing this today?
That'll be the difference. So 280 gil for sending, which is instant, or 5 gil to send a bird, which would take days.
I'd suggest you just send the sending unless you've got some kind of specific plan here, but Aristat's a spellcaster, the leader of a guild. If he needs to pass on a message, you can.
That's true. Oh yeah, is there anybody from his guild here?
It's not his guild. He is the most renowned part of it, but yes, there would be some.
Yeah, I'll just let them know that. Well, I mean, they know him. Never mind. I'll just do the sending, I guess, if Al would be willing to take that out of the party loot for us.
Because Aristat is like the most known member of the Crimson Sleeps, so.
Yeah.
So you say you're paying for a sending, yeah?
Yes.
Alright. They will get an immediate response, because that's how the spell works. They'll let you know that Aristat is aware of the situation, however, he is dealing with something similar in Fistrek.
Okay. That seems like it's where's Fistra? Oh wow, that's pretty widespread.
Remember, Aristat is also in the competition with us.
Oh yeah, I know. But
yeah.
he might know of somebody or be able to send somebody that be able to help here. But I mean, he's obviously got stuff going on in Fistrek already. Jeez, man, we are way behind. I mean, I know it hasn't.
He's also undead, so he can just travel 24 hours a day.
Yeah, constantly.
I mean, even if we had been able to travel there straight away, we still would have been behind.
Yeah, we still wouldn't have made it there before, for sure. But we're all this backtracking that we're having to do is really making everybody have to wait on us. Anyways, is that all we got here in Sablebrook?
I believe so. Unless anybody else needs anything.
Nope.
Nothing from me. Alright, I take it the party's gonna head on into Glenhold Woods.
Yes.
Yep.
Alrighty. Oh god, what's happened to my Google Docs? Why is it so zoomed in? Finally arriving at Glenhorn Woods, you'll see a massive forest set within the desert. Hot and dry, the woods is a magical marvel. The trees are almost all of red and orange hues. Their leaves look almost like embers as they roll in the wind. While providing shade from the sun, the forest is brightly lit still, revealing almost all corners at a glance. A musk of magic persists in the air, though you're sure it is due to the environment rather than anything else currently at play. The road cuts through the forest almost in a straight line, if not for a few turns in the distance. An easy forest to move through for travelers and traders. The druids clamber down from the roof of the carriage and transform back into their eagle forms. Karthurra waving at you to stop and exit the carriage.
All right.
Are we where we're supposed to be?
Uki states that she'll leave the route to her friend, at which point Karthurra will say, "The forest is thick and winding. We will have to leave the carriage a few hundred feet into it and go on foot. If anyone feels the strain of the heat, tell us immediately. We will have to walk for around 3 hours to reach our destination."
Is it particularly hot here?
I mean, you're in a desert, so desert heat.
I have Endure Elements, and I think Drazenka does. I'm more than happy to use it if you
Yeah.
do want to.
Yeah, I have that, and I have the Camino version.
Yeah, me too. So, yeah, I think one of us will just cast that. I'm happy to do it. I have a lot of MP now, which is nice.
Up to full.
Sure, up to you.
I'll drop those. Just because, yeah. While we're here as well, I will extend cast Magic Vestments on Owl and Drazenka, which is 8 MP, but it is hours per level, and doubled up, that's 20 hours, so why not? Correct if I'm wrong here, Napaz, but it adds enhancement bonus to weapons and armor. This would not stack with anything that's currently on it, correct?
It's armor and shields, not weapons.
Sorry, I meant to say armor and shields, and I had a massive brain fart. You're absolutely right. It's armor and shield, so I was going to use it on Drazenka's shield and armor, as well as Owl's armor. But it only increases the enhancement past, like it doesn't. Sorry, get words out.
You get the highest bonus, not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get the highest bonus. It doesn't stack together, correct?
Correct. You make it a +3. If it was a +1, it just turns to a +3.
Yeah, that was it really. So I'll use it on Drazenka's shield and armor. I'm going to use it on Owl's armor, which is a total of 12 MP, but that will last for 28 hours, so it's not a bad investment.
Very
What's the
good.
bonus?
It's a +3 enhancement.
Okay.
So again, I don't know what enhancement your shield and armor is, but I think that's higher than what we have now.
Yeah, I'm at +1 on both.
Yeah, so
With that.
give you an additional +4 an hour, a little bit more. How is your magical? Is your armor even magical? I think it's just
No,
adamantine,
it's just Adam. Oh no, it is +1.
Okay, so +2.
So it still gets +2, which is good.
Alrighty.
All right. Is Drusenka casting a Cure Elements Communal?
I've done it
Oh no,
already.
Edmund did. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. With your enhancements applied, the Eagles will lead the party through the forest, taking many turns and seemingly following a set path that isn't obvious to the eye. For some time, you head west, then north, where a straighter path would have been faster. Eventually, the party will come across a small clearing in the forest, the floor littered with hot leaves. The Eagles move around the extent of the clearing and check over the trees, while Kuki leads you to the center. Making a stomping motion over several parts, the leaves will be blown away as a magical circle activates on the floor with a dazzling green against the red hues. She will then say, "It will take some time to gather up the herbs. For now, Al, please lie down in the circle for me to identify the poison and the best route of applying the cure."
Something in the back of my head's telling me something not to sit in the circle, but okay, I'll lay down in the circle.
We have said about of Cookie before, haven't we?
At this point, Al does trust Kuki.
Yeah, I think at this point we have. I'm pretty sure we did this at the very start. I think as far as we're aware, her motives are at least not adverse to us, so...
Not antithetical.
Yeah, very good word. Do you need any assistance? Al and Drusenka are very prolific in their ability to find things in the wilderness.
No, it shall be fine. The less people that know about this place, the better, just for a casing of mind reading.
I see. Then what would you have the three of us do? Sorry, go on.
You may wait and observe.
Okay.
You will notice that Kuki, has her infected arm just, at her back, and making sure it's not in the way as she uses her other hand to wave over Al.
I think my greatest regret is not figuring out how I could fix that. Not without the right flowers, of course. And I'll go and sit down.
As the cure is being prepared, Dotaro will approach Zairin. Sir Zairin, whilst we wait, I was wondering if I could pick your brain.
Absolutely. What's on your mind?
I was curious as to how you found your faith. Zamala is not a widely followed deity. A hands-off approach has led many a scholar to say he does not exist.
Well, it started off when I started gaining some strange abilities that don't really have a lot to do with the physical training that I was doing. I just, every now and then I can, make more attacks than I normally would be able to. There's only so many seconds at a time that you can, try to stab somebody or something. But every now and then, I can throw in extra attacks, and, things tend to slow down now. It's just, things like that have happened to me quite a few times, and then when I started worshipping Zamala, some even stranger things happened to me. He pulls out his little holy symbol and starts fiddling with the clock mechanisms and stuff like that. When I got this originally to start my devotions, we were getting ready to go try to cure the Nox Cradle disease. And we went to the town that had it, and I caught that disease as well. And so it was for us as well as for the town to try to get it all fixed up. And like Edwin had diagnosed me, like it was 100% I had the Nox Cradle, and I felt all of the effects of it. And then I had went to bed, essentially, praying for help in this trying time. And when I woke up, the mechanisms were broken open with a weird crack that wasn't there before, and all of the oil had leaked out. And apparently the specific oil that I had in this clockwork was somehow some sort of oil from a mushroom that happened to be what I needed to get cured. So, just little hints and signs that somebody is watching out for you kind of tend to make you believe. He'll also take out the little chains that he had Edwin's parents make for him. These are a replica of a set of chains. I set up a shrine in the town that we come from to Zamala, and these other chains just appeared out of nowhere. Like maybe somebody put them there. I don't know, but the ones that are there just showed up before we left for this journey, and so I had these replicas made, and I carry these with me now. So, some people might say that Zamala doesn't exist, but I believe.
Are you sure these were interventions by your deity and not just coincidence?
I mean, that's a heck of a coincidence that the mushrooms that we needed for that cure were very, very rare. And the fact that the oil from the specific type of mushroom that we needed was in this clockwork that I had bought just a scant few weeks before. That's pretty coincidental, if it is a coincidence. I mean, I've never seen any visages or anything like that, or had any sort of specific visions or anything, but I mean, when it comes to deities, you don't have to see them to believe. Just you believe based off of your own experiences. Now, for yourself, obviously, you've kind of maybe seen some signs from the Ice Queen, and that's a possibility that she's seen favor in you.
Dotaro will look over at Drazenka and then back to Zyron. It seems the signs I've noticed are to put me on a test. We shall see where they end.
I feel you, man, but Drazenka really is not her.
We shall see. your trusted faith in these events and your connection to Zamala aren't too far away from someone not believing my theories to be true about the Emperors of Ice.
I mean, I guess that's fair enough, and at least if you're wrong, you're not off by a lot.
Do you mind if I inspect this egg of yours?
It's a clock, but yeah, sure, go ahead.
Uh, you need a sundial.
No, it's a clockwork clock. I have to wind it up every day, and I do that as part of my daily. I didn't go to college for this, so I don't always know the right words, but like when I do my daily prayers and stuff like that.
Does seem curious, but it's very close to a sun altar. Just does not require direct sunlight, or at least it's not casting a shadow.
Yeah.
Seems rather accurate. It would be lovely to know the seconds of all times.
I mean, you can get lost in the seconds if you're not careful. So.
Dothrog would then start to chant and cast a spell.
I have no idea what he's doing, so.
Dotrog's body will begin to shine with a holy light as it bursts from his body and starts to lighten the ground beneath him. As it reaches up to a 20-foot radius, the area shines with a yellow brilliance. He looks at the clock, and you can roll sense motive because you're looking at him.
Alright, I'm just gonna roll a d20. This is gonna be -2. Actually, I'll just put the -2 in there. That's the wrong letter. I don't want an S.
You're gonna give me Fs instead of Ds?
No, I put an S in there.
Right.
That's...
You'll notice that a sort of frown comes across his face, almost as if he's disappointed. And the holy aura will dissipate, and he will hand the clock back to you.
Is anything amiss?
Not amiss, just to be expected at this point. Thank you.
Okay. I really do hope that you find what you're looking for.
The time will tell. And if at least a portion of your party is on the right track, I'll at least be able to help others.
That's all that we ever set out to do, is to help others.
Dothrog will stand up straight again and just move to the side as he observes the preparations. Does anyone do anything whilst they wait?
I think that's it for me.
Nothing
shall-
in particular. Keep an eye on the preparations, stay close to Al, and just try to like chat with her about nonsense.
Just keeping an
Keep
eye
her
out.
distracted.
Effectively, just having detect magic on and trying to at least gauge the nature of the ritual, but I don't know it until I've seen it.
You can easily tell that the current magics that Kuki's using is a lot of detection magic, just to make sure she's got everything correct.
Okay.
After some time, some of the eagles will come back with some herbs that have already been prepared into a salve. They hand it to Kuki as she informs Al that it's going to sting like a motherfucker and that she might want to either grab onto something or bite down on whatever metal she has on her.
Nothing a little pain can't help. I'm ready.
Alright. Kuki will then cast a cleansing spell and apply the salve to your stomach, where the wound occurred and what has been discolored. Scales start to roll across Al's body as she is forced back into her dragon form. The hole that the bolt left behind is filled in with the salve, as the forest is filled with a draconic roar of pain. The poison seeps out of her wound with a yellowish tint and green ichor. It is painful, like extracting a foot-long needle, but it seems to be successful. One startling change, however, is Al's form, as it is that of a brown earth dragon. Slowly, she changes back into her Grier form, unharmed and the poison taken away.
Does Al look physically different? Apart, like, I know her dragon form is down as Earth, but words. Does she look different as a person?
As a normal Grier, no.
Are they conscious?
Yes.
Al?
Edwin?
How do you feel?
I feel as though a missing piece has finally been slotted back in. I feel whole again. Kuki,
Does this...
my thanks cannot be extended far enough to you. But I feel different as well. Like my powers have been
different.
altered. Is this your doing?
It is most likely a side effect of the cure and the poison. From my knowledge, you aren't natively able to do this dragon transformation. It's possible your blood has accepted another strain, giving you 2 instead of the 1.
No. This will definitely be the first I've ever heard of being able to change elements. I know no other dragoner that's able to do this.
How can you change elements? Do you still have your lightning dragon form and this brown-scaled variant?
Indeed. I can feel both elements flowing through me.
Do you choose when you transform, or do you do both?
To my understanding, it's one or the other, and I can make that choice.
Wow.
This is certainly something.
That it is. It's... I can feel there's other powers that lie with it as well.
Is it just me, or was that like the same-ish or similar color to Karthurra?
Indeed. It gave me flashes of the same.
So with this adaptive form, does this essentially give me the brown dragon from the Dragoner?
Yes, but only when you're transformed. It doesn't give you the passive stuff
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you're
yeah.
outside of the form.
No, that's fine. It's just good to know.
So the resistance, the weakness, the breath.
And I'm assuming the borrow speed as well.
Yes.
So I don't think brown dragons fly.
They still have their flight ability because that's just with the dragon form.
Oh, fair enough.
It's just brown dragons also get a burrow speed as well, so I can go underground.
Nice.
Cool.
I wonder if your blessings from Karthurra kind of got latched on with that healing ritual type thing.
Don't think there's a definitive answer. Like Kuki said, could be a mixture of the poison, the procedure, and maybe even the blessing. Maybe it all had some sort of intertwining ability. Either way, I'm whole again. If not, improved. And I only have Kuki to thanks for that, as well as all of you putting up with it for so long. So thank you, everyone.
You know what we need to do now, right?
That is.
We need to go find something to fight.
It's
Well,
like
are
you're
you
reading
well
into
enough
my
for that
head.
already? We just got
Hmm.
rid of the poison.
Well,
Wouldn't
I
have to take a
definitely
few moments to adjust.
definitely feel like I have the ability back, although I may need some form of adjusting. But I'm ready as ever. It's been a moment I've waited for so long and been preparing.
How's your heart feel?
The pain from that kind of subsided an hour after it occurred.
Feels as good as it's ever going to be. So, where does that leave us now? With your group, Kuki, I assume you're going to now separate paths.
That we are. We'll have much easier travel amongst the skies than atop your carriage. There's also the fact that we are competing, but since we've held up our end of the bargain, I hope you shall keep yours if you are to ever find those dwarves again.
Absolutely. I'll definitely be more cautious around those dwarfs, but I look forward to sinking my teeth in.
Well, at least now we have an ace up on our sleeves that they don't know of.
That is true.
Should we celebrate or should we just get back on the road?
I feel we've taken quite a lot of time away from the competition. Everyone's most certainly got a head start. We best immediately get back in.
That sounds good to me.
It is getting quite late, so we can at least take the evening off.
I do like the sound of that. It means I can at least get adjusted back into my whole self.
We should probably get back to our chocobos.
Kuki, I do not wish to intrude or anything, but would it be alright if we hunt in these woods?
You may if you wish. Though, from what I recall, Muddle, you don't need the extra food.
Oh, it's not a need. But a celebration was mentioned. We can still enjoy food.
Yes,
And I
and I
imagine
would
I would
like
also
to
enjoy
try
the
and
exercise.
hunt. It gives me a reason to stretch out my wings. Maybe get my claws a bit dirty in the ground.
And that should be fine. It is late in the day for us as well, so we shall camp with you for a final night before saying goodbyes.
Oh, right.
Party is able to get back to their carriages and do their nightly preparations for the camp. And as we do that, we will have our break here. Is it though?
Yes.
All right. As the party is having their last camp with the Eagles, Dotaro will find a time when Drazenka is not as close to everybody else to have a private conversation with her.
Sure.
Drazenka, do you have a moment?
Of course. What is the
I
matter,
was
Totoro?
I was just wanting to offer my condolences for the, I guess, partially successful ritual.
You're referring back to Ao?
Yes, it seems in your efforts to rid her of that evilness, I hate to call it, has only seemingly cured a previous poison she had.
What's with the condolences? As far as I understanding, it was a success.
Oh, have you not had a chance to evaluate her?
What do you mean?
As part of my aims to find my lady, I have been trying to pick apart different aspects of the world, and whilst the lady and many other deities allow those of one step away, as I was speaking with Sir Zairin the other day, this Owl lady, if she is the same one in the story, her aura is not the same as what I would have expected from one that's done her tasks. You all shine blue, where she is red, and that can only mean one thing through texture magics.
Well, there was a change to her in that possibly part of the ritual, probably, or possibly part of something else, but at least outward she seems to be quite the same as always. Of course, it's a fresh change.
She had this aura before the ritual. When I found you towards the south, she was displaying as an evil creature.
I'm unfortunately unable to say much of that. I do not make it a habit to intrude upon those close to me and their moralities. So it is hard for me to say whether that is different of her or not. But she is my friend.
Ah, Very well. If it is a case of seeing the good in all, I suppose I shall take back my condolences. If this ritual was only meant for that poison, I guess it was a success. I was just worried about a force in your party so different from the others.
Al has always had different ideas and approaches on how to deal with obstacles or issues we come across. That is true. But she has not done anything too untoward to our group's alignments or intentions.
Truly? She has not done something against your wishes or something that you've all agreed upon?
At least not in the way that cannot be explained by the situation or circumstances at the time. She can be more heavy-handed than the rest of us, but when we're in a fight and need to defend ourselves, there can be certain allowances and excuses.
It would be troubling for me to accept her as she is. I've come across many others with an aura such as hers, and it's never ended too nicely, to put it simply. But if you're able to push past that and anything that could be excused, I shall follow in your example.
If you're worried about it, I can talk with her. But as I said, she's my friend and I trust her.
Going forward, however, some of my abilities might. They won't aid her, and sometimes they may even harm her.
That's good to know. She'll have to keep that in mind.
I'll do my best to not interfere with her during combat and anything else, but just note that if there is to be a conflict, she won't have my aid.
All right. We are quite accustomed to fighting with the four of us, and usually any aid she relies on is from Edwin anyway. I'm sure we can work with that.
He then offers a hand. You say you don't tend to pry into your friends. I would hazard to tempt you otherwise if you are curious.
I'll keep that in mind, but as with Ao, I trust all of them. I don't really see a need or reason to keep tabs on them, so to say. Their wills are their own. As
He
are their
will
intentions.
retract his hand.
But I do appreciate the concern, Totoro.
But of course. We are to be heading westward, yes?
Indeed. West for quite a bit, I believe.
And I suppose we'll have to see if anything happens on the road. Hopefully, as I think Zyrian mentioned, your friend Aristat, he is a wonderful person. I don't know if you would still call him a man. He might be further behind all these other people that you're going on this DST of yours.
He's part of the same event, but we already made a pact of sorts earlier, where we shouldn't at least go against each other too hard, and even aid when possible. We are allies from before this situation, so we figured out why not.
Grand. I've heard many tales of the Lich, but never met them myself. And it's always been a bit strange when the undead I found attributed to him have not shown the same kind of, aura as Al does.
Indeed. Just goes to show that not everything is always as it seems on the outside. I believe here undead, at least further south, undead and constructs have quite different reputations, but where we are from, they have a little bit more of a free reign. As long as they don't go against other alive or undead creatures.
It is certainly a case, at least. You'll find many more undead amongst Citenia lands, but a lot of them do have the same aura as ours, just the ones I found under Aristat, or those that said they were. Either had no aura, or a aura that you lot share.
Well, the aura itself only gives you so much. It depends on the creature individual and how they act upon it.
There is always that. But I've taken enough of your time. I shall continue with the camply endeavors.
All right.
Dotoro will then return to the party.
Klasanka will mill about a bit by herself. She'll throw a couple worried glances towards Al, but that's about it. She'll also eventually get back with the group.
Does the party do anything else during the rest?
Nope.
I will take the rest of the silence as a no.
Do we have anything extra to do? No. Not that I'm aware of.
The day will pass into the next as the druids will say their farewells, transform into birds, and fly off into the sky.
You know, it was strange to have them with us, but I'm oddly sad to see them leave.
Yeah. We'll see them again on the DST, I'm sure.
Most likely.
Is the party going to continue a western direction with the aim of heading towards Fen Eld?
I
Agreed.
believe so.
That is the current plan as far as I'm aware.
I will do a very quick check of Al just to make sure their heart is not in a different. Like it's not healed, but it's not in the current state it was before. But I assume everything's fine from your descriptions.
It's past.
Okay. I take it with the interactions last night, no one said anything and no one is giving it away. So in that case, we're good to go. Thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, it's probably not. Like, it would probably made note that the conversations were being had, but
Yeah, that's what I mean. You
it's
guys
up
had
to
your
you
own.
if you bring it up yourself, or
No, I'm not privy to the conversation. If it was private for a reason.
Even if Zyron had noticed something, he would have just assumed that something similar to his conversation was going on, so...
Al's not going to take any note unless you say anything to her.
Alright. Continue. The party can get back into their carriage and set off to the west. Moving through the harsh desert isn't as harsh when you have the power to stave it off. And moving so quickly with purple chocobos, the breeze does well to cool. You pass by a crossroads that go to both the north and south. With your only direction going towards the west, there's not much need to decide on any other direction. And as you get to here, it's that time again to settle down for a camp. And you're possibly light-hearted that nothing has impeded you thus far after leaving the temple.
Probably because all the ambushes have already made it to the fist rack.
yeah, we're so far behind the schedule that no one's bothering with us anymore.
It's the strategy. We're just so
Yeah.
late, no one cares anymore.
Yeah.
You're
Maybe it
just
works.
about a week late, yeah.
In all fairness, though, there isn't a time limit, and this is
As far as
effectively
we know.
the. Well, as far as you know, and also this is definitely the roll footlog into trap to trigger its strategy. You just let everyone go first.
Mm-hmm. During tonight, as we camp up, Drosenka will try to get Ao alone for a bit.
You still have that +1 Vorpal adamantine dagger, yeah?
I also have a silence spell and steal spell, so that'll be
Yeah.
great.
Great assassin. Mm-hmm. No more head frown.
I genuinely thought you'd given us that item. I was like, that's wild.
No.
For a second, that's nuts.
You don't know. No. How are you feeling? Recovered?
Yeah, feels as good as what I've ever been. Pretty much back to the way I was. How's everything with you?
mostly alright.
Mostly?
It is, well, it is quite a change with our new companion. Something to
Very
get
true.
used to.
I would have thought he would have started making his own way, but I guess he's still hitching along for now.
At least he's not calling me Empress all the time anymore.
That's very true.
At least I have you three. Do not believe in all of it.
We've been with you since the start, so we know you as who you are, not who you've become.
That's true. It gives context at least.
I saw you were chit-chatting a while last night. How did that go?
Now that was actually something I wanted to bring up. He was worried about a possible change in you after the, well, I suppose after these events.
Oh? What kind of change?
He's worried about your intentions, I suppose one could say. I would not pry into that myself, but he noticed your aura being different from ours.
This is something I can't exactly see myself. What do you particularly mean by aura?
Well, as I said, the easiest way for me to word it is the intent and how we approach different obstacles.
I see.
I suppose one way to put it is if we do end up in a fight where there is no need to kill anyone, would you be able to hold back?
Well,
Or would you
if
be
it-
willing to?
no.
I assume that was supposed to be a whisper.
Get away.
No.
Okay.
Go away.
And that's why we're having this talk.
We didn't see that again.
Yeah. Sorry, it's just a buzzing around my ear. Something's talking to my ear.
La la
It's quite
la.
humid.
La la la.
Lots of insects around.
Yeah, it's mosquito season, I've been hearing in the desert. Well, if there was someone that the fight would be causing harm to you lot, you know that I would do I'll do everything in my power to stop them from harming you, no matter what would befall them. You know it's quite hard for me to hold back in my battles. I tend to sink my teeth in, and quite frankly, I'm stronger than I was before, so I fail to sometimes know my own strength. I know if we have discussions beforehand, and if you have very strong feelings about not killing certain enemies, then I guess I would always try to uphold your wishes. However, as I stated, if they are causing harm to you and to myself, I normally would not hold back. If that's what they're referring to as my intent, then my intent is to protect everyone to the best of my ability, while also maintaining the goals that I set out for myself.
You know I trust you. And I've certainly seen your prowess in battle. And well, I admit I do sometimes wish there would be possibility to hold back. One good example is the fight against the group we met some days ago before Scorchhaven. To my understanding, they had no killing intent, so it wouldn't exactly be fair to give them more than that.
Yes, I do see where you're coming from. I guess the other example would be when we were in the temple. I could have easily continued to chase that creature, that Garif that went invisible, but as you said, we came to what we came to do, so there was no reason to continue chasing, and I respected that.
Yes, the temple area in general was quite rough on all of us, I believe.
Indeed.
Looking back, we all took it maybe a little too personally. Myself included.
But I appreciate your trust in me, and you know that I have my trust in you. I'm always ready to be open and honest about my intents, and to be honest, if you were desperate for me to hold back, I would try my best to hold back. But there are certain situations where you know we can't.
I know. And I know there's at least one lot of people that think we all can agree that perhaps the time for holding back has long gone, if or when we encounter them again.
Yes, I will say, I think that one group in particular, if you did request me to hold back, I would really struggle to. It caused me a great deal amount of pain, and a great deal amount of stress to you, and to the rest of the party. There is no time for conversation when I see that group again.
No, I do not believe there is much we could do about that, even if we wanted to, and I don't think I would even ask you. The only thing I would ask, if or when we encounter them, you will at least be mindful of your dragon again, until we've dealt
Absolutely.
with the one with the crossbow, and you don't go off on your own anymore. It was hard on all of us, especially at Twin, but all of us.
Yes, I
you can
realised
hold
the
your-
mistake that I had
Yeah.
there, and I'll aim to be more cautious next time, but as you and Edwin said, to their knowledge, they believe they've eliminated the power. So if anything, that's the ace up our sleeve.
I know you can easily hold off your own, but we are far more stronger together.
Indeed, and I can only hold off for so long. I'm only able to hold off for so long with the fact that you guys can all put me back together. If you aren't around, then I don't think I'd last very long.
This is always my worry. With both you and Zaire, and to be honest, that you will eventually run too far away from us to keep track and help you when you need it.
Agreed. I will say though, Zairin does have that unique strength where everyone just seems to fail to hit him. If anything, that makes him stronger than I, but he'll never hear that from me.
He can be quite slippery, that one.
Agreed. In many ways than one.
But to go back to my original topic for a little bit, Dotrok did give me a warning that some of his abilities, if we do require them going forward, may not be quite able to help you because of our differences in aura, the intent, as one would say.
I see. Well, we've come this far without his powers or anything, so I'm fairly confident that I can still rely on my party. But if he can support the rest of you, then overall that's good. But rest assured,
Great.
I don't require his power should he want to lend it.
Agreed. It was mostly just a warning in case it has a hindrance effect rather than a aiding one.
Yes, absolutely. And to be honest, I like the fact that he openly admitted that it would harm me to you. Shows that we can put some form of trust into him.
Right. What do you make of him anyway?
I'm not sure.
I know he hasn't been with us for long, but
Well, it's particularly that. I am not one to trust or put my trust into many. I mean, to be honest, the only trust I have is towards you guys and my parents, and as well as Karthurra. He's new, and until he can show himself, I have little trust into him. I wouldn't exactly have him protect my life. But we shall see.
indeed, we will see.
Well, I appreciate this chat, Drazenka. I think it's good.
Of course. We've
Shall
all
we,
been through a lot in these past few days alone, so
Absolutely.
it's always good to check up on each other a little bit.
Shall we catch up with the rest of the party? Make our way forward?
Sounds good to me.
We'll make our way to the party.
As you arrive, we're playing Darude Sandstorm at full volume. No.
Alright. If there's something else to be done during the camp, the day can pass into the next. As you continue to make your way through the desert, you'll get to here, as I will require everybody to roll me perception, please.
Just to clarify, I am going to be casting magic vestments at the start of every day because it's 20 hours.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Alright, Al, roll me handle animal, please.
That's a first. Eh.
It's not bad for a 10.
As you are making your way through the desert, with Al now at the shotgun sheet, with Zion, who is completely blind to everything, as well as Dotaro, who can't really see much of the back of the carriage. Al, you are able to pull on the reins slightly, and you annoy the chocobos, but avoid them taking too harsh an attack, as shadows appear across the floor, leaving you to see two large feathered creatures land in front of you, stopping your movement as they call for the one who their master can see. As well as two other undead with large great swords atop their hands at the rear of the carriage.
Can I going to my dragon form while sitting on the carriage?
There's not enough room, so no.
God damn it. Can I just travel
the
on the
roof
roof
you
from now
go.
on? Yeah, can I just travel on the roof from now on?
I
what
mean,
the
you're not going to be able to.
That's what the
have
Eagles were doing.
any- Yeah, they were diminutive as mice, though. Since you would be transforming into a large creature, you wouldn't be able to carry anything on the roof if you are storing anything there, which I think Edwin has the tents. So you would have to move stuff around if you did.
What do you mean? Just put it on the front seat with Zarin. Just lean it up.
We can work
They are
out.
rather big tents.
Seatbelt it in.
We could,
Actually, since I was on the front of the carriage, couldn't she just like 5-foot step off?
Not during her transformation, no.
No,
Gotcha.
because it's done as soon as combat starts, so I can't move.
mm.
Have we fought these things before?
We fought everything we are fighting here before. We fought the sword-wielding people in the maze. We fought these two creatures. You know when you had the crow fighting you?
Oh yeah.
That was the demon.
Yeah, this is the same type of crow that was tracking you, and they attacked you in your sleep.
Goddamn bird.
Are they down as Reapers and Drogo? Yep.
They're not in the monster compendium.
Oh, sucks for you.
They are not in the Monster Compendium.
That's probably because we didn't get anything off of them.
Yeah, potentially.
Probably.
I can just write their names in.
I hoped that with my class change I'd get the white mage thing for wisdom to knowledge. I don't have that, so fortunately ain't a lot.
This is not the party with all the knowledges.
Mm-hmm.
This first dragon is going to charge at the caravan as it swings its greatsword down on the door. The blade smashes through the glass of the window and cuts midway down into the door. As it brings its sword back, the door kind of buckles and starts to kind of slowly open ajar on its hinge, as the door is got the broken condition and can no longer be shut properly.
Okay.
Paint amend.
Not the fucking
Interesting.
paintwork, how dare you?
At least the door is here to open now.
The door is currently open to the north, yes.
So
You are
can I just
currently... Yeah, you can 5 step out. You do not have a weapon out currently, though.
It's fine. If I step out. Figure out what I can actually do. Yeah, we don't know anything about these guys.
Let's find me a
Think
more
we could-
curtain bolt. This is why I
We
bought
got
more
extra
fucking curtain. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I've got so much fabric. The only touch that I have is ice. Do I trust that? I don't know.
Do you have Shock and Grasp?
I do have that actually. That's a good point.
I mean, close quarter spell makes everything touch, but
Yeah, that has been on my list, but things have changed since.
yeah, just the first immediate touch spell is Shock and Grasp or something similar.
Yeah.
Even intensified
Yeah,
Shock and
the
Grasp
other
is
option
+1.
would be-
Sorry, Rob.
Yeah, I do have Frigid Touch, but again, it's undead. I don't know how that was gonna work. I will
Up to you.
try. Casting defensively. It's a first level, so I auto make that. A shocking grasp at this guy.
You grab a hold of the bony monster and shock it to the bone.
Sure, I'll bless myself for the AC. What's my blessing? If I was smart, I could have done it with the attack, but that's fine. And I... Not sure. Yeah, move action. Ice Heart. For some DR.
Alright. Edwin.
Okay. I'm gonna look at Dotaro and just say, Jazenka is in danger, as is Owl. Head out the door next to me, and I will move here. As part of my move action, can I draw Jazenka's sword?
No.
Damn. Alright. There is a spell for that. I don't have it. I think it's a red mage. I take it that the divide between our Zaire and ourselves is not visible. There is like a little thing they have to pull back to let that happen.
Yes, you cannot see Zaire now.
Okay. I would like to hold my standard, please, until that is done.
To what is done.
The problem I've got here is I was going to do a 30-foot burst spell. If I can't see them, can I say they're going to be affected by it?
No, you need line of effect.
Yeah, which is the problem I've got. So, in that case, we'll make it simple for everyone. I will swift action, unfortunately, because that's the only people I can see. I will swift action Jazenka for saves, and I will cast... What, too high access to? Yeah, sure. Great Heroism on Jazenka. I am going to do this defensively. I think I'm okay.
Yeah.
No special shit for this. This is just as it is, and that's me done.
This fell up the south. Is also going to charge at the door and slash into it. The southern door, because that's where it currently is facing, is completely destroyed as it comes off of its hinge and falls to the floor.
Rude.
Okay.
Zyron.
Okay. That's fun. I guess I'm gonna just... I can't charge because I'm on top of the carriage and it's like difficult to...
You're currently sitting down, so no, you cannot charge.
Why am I... Okay, that's why.
It's because of how you're facing.
I 40-foot drop kick this goddamn vulture.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go up and try to stab him with a precise strike. No extra bonuses.
And the question is, are they flat foot? I assume not.
Well, he won't take the sneak attack damage, but I'm doing a precise strike, which is they don't have to be flat-footed for.
Yeah, I'm just curious if they take sneak.
Your attack will hit, however, you feel as if your estoc doesn't pierce as deeply as it usually would, which is the norm.
Didn't do as much as I could have. Alright, that's it for me.
Ow. You're muted if you're speaking.
Al will 5 foot off of the carriage. And as a full round action, transform into her lightning dragon.
Does that take attacks of opportunity?
Nope.
No.
It's just a full round action.
Oh, you're huge now.
I was gonna say you got bigger.
I am huge. Well,
No,
the thing
that's...
is,
You're
that's
large. You're not
weird
hugely
size.
large.
Yeah, I was gonna say I shouldn't be that big. There we go.
It's because you changed the image, so it came in as the size of the image.
Oh. Anyway, there we go. And that will be our done. I can tick my box that I haven't ticked in forever.
Yay,
I don't even know where it is. Here it is.
Welcome back.
Yay.
Is that it from you?
That's all I can do. It's full round action.
Dotoro is going to technically move to here, drawing his great axe. And as the Drago is going to attack him. Slash into him.
Do they particularly hurt for that slash? Are they okay?
They took damage.
Okay. I just have no indication of how competent they are at this, so don't know.
From where he is, this will not affect Zairin, but Dotoro is going to use an ability. Spectral besides Zairin is going to get 15 temporary hit points and a DR2/dash.
Okay.
Is that
not to be
fine
that
for
guy,
Al?
but yeah, does Al get affected by that?
Al does get affected by this one, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Does slash dash DR stack, or is it just the highest?
No.
Not
Just
unless
nice.
there's a lot of abilities that do give like in conjunction, but I'm assuming this isn't one. If Napar's saying so.
This one does not stack. Just the 10 HP would stack. The top Reaper doesn't want Zairin. That's not the one they asked for. As they are going to attempt an ability. However, sadly for them, it does not work, as they will inform their ally of such. I don't think anyone knows this language.
possible to try to figure out what they're doing?
What they doing?
What are they doing?
But the
Not
ball.
their ability, no.
Okay.
Double check for knowledge.
What's the
Knowledge
bird doing?
can do so many things.
The bird doing.
What the dog doing?
What the dog doing? What the bird doing?
Probably not. We're not. I didn't really spec for that.
No, you can only identify class features, not creature abilities.
Okay.
But what it doesn't work on you. Actually, all of you understand this. It's telling its friend that they're going to say the name. That their death attack does not work on these ones. The Southern Reaper. Is going to move up to Al, which will provoke.
Which Al will take. Though I need to read some abilities. Yeah, Al will bite this guy. Which one is it? It's that one. Does that hit?
Yes.
Because if so, I'm going to be doing my crippling blow on it. Just reading it to make sure I'm doing it correctly. When the Berserker hits with an attack, he can spend 2 rounds of rage and forego the normal bonus to damage to deal 1 point of ability damage.
Which ability?
It's a good question. I can either do strength or dex. I'm going to do strength, I think.
Depends. Dex would affect the AC.
Oh yeah, dex. Yeah, I'll do
So
dex.
that would only be 6 damage, yeah?
Yes. Not really sure. Let me see.
It says you forego the normal bonus to damage.
Yeah, I'm assuming
Yeah,
it's
so
all
it's
bonuses
everything.
to damage. It's all bonuses to damage. It'll just be the raw 2d6.
Alright.
But it's got to do 27 fort save.
Your floor doesn't work. You've not encapsulated it properly.
Say again.
Your floor calculation
yeah.
for the dexterity damage hasn't worked
Well,
properly.
sorry, it's the first time I've used it since I've had it for us like 2 levels ago. Yeah, where is that? There it is.
So that'd be 4 dex damage.
Yes.
Well, actually, also have Limb Reaper in here. Can you do them both?
Yes, because it's part of crippling blow. So
Part of the rage power tree.
rage power trip. So when the target is struck by the Berserker's crippling rage power, I can attempt to tear off one of its limbs.
Alright.
With a successful Sunder combat maneuver. And I just want to check.
Save, correct? 27 seems too high.
That is, I believe, correct. DC
that
10
was
plus
half your
half my
level,
level
plus your
plus my
strength
strength modifier.
Yeah, it's because
So
you're a
the
dragon form.
17. You have 10 strength modifier?
Yep.
Yeah, magic items plus like
Alright.
form enhancement. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. That's right. And I think I can
this,
target its wing. I'm just double checking. Oh, actually, do I want to target its wing or do I just target an arm? I'll target an arm. Wait, is that right? DC 48 fort save?
You
That
rolled
seems
it for
wild.
some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've rolled it.
Yeah.
You're not rolling it.
No. I
Uh,
don't think it was meant
I
to be
think you
rolled.
have your Thunder in place of the DC. Unless the CMD is the DC for some reason.
First that.
Let me check.
In addition, if the Berserker exceeds the DC by 10 or more, the target must make a fortitude save. No, so it's meant to be 10 plus half my level plus my strength model. So it's meant to be 27 again.
Yeah.
Alright.
Still damn
The-
high, to be very clear.
The
Oh, yeah.
Reaper doesn't seem to be phased by the crippling blow aspect. It also didn't take any damage.
Wasn't interested by it, did you say? So
Didn't
maybe-
take any damage, didn't take any dex damage either. You will sunder though.
So they're immune to ability score damage, or they're immune to that effect. We don't know.
But you did not go over by 10, so you say you the wing, yeah?
No, the arm. We'll go with left
Alright.
arm.
You will break one of his arms.
So it's just minus -2 attack and damage.
Yeah.
Does it say for how long?
Nope, it's just broken. It has to be heal checked, I believe.
Yeah, it's like actually broken. It needs
Alright.
heal check or, regeneration effectively.
Yeah. There oh, hang on. Oh no, that's if I rip off the limb.
Yeah, that's
So-
different.
Broken limb. Regenerate, heal, or a successful heal checks, providing long-term care for at least 3 consecutive days.
Alright. They'll now do their thing after doing all your bloody shit.
Hey, I finally got my form back. Leave me alone.
They will claw at you for 11 damage. You need to make a fort save, please.
How many arms is that? 1?
Oh,
It's just
bollocks, wrong button.
Nice initiative.
Initiative's right next to saves.
Oh no, and change it.
Oh, I've missed my form.
Hmm.
I've missed
Alright.
it so much.
Draugr up top. Is going to enchant his blade with a shadowy ore and is going to bring it down onto Drazenka.
Yep.
I mean, you got +2 for both AC and saves on this one.
Yeah. All should be in.
And you would have the magical vestments to cast out at the start of the day. So let's hope, 'cause that is +2 on both forms of armor. The armor and shield.
Yep, those are in.
I'm making you a tank. You have no choice.
Not even close to attack with my AC, but I'm trying.
You will be slashed.
Mm-hmm.
Rage him.
Just the
Try.
one. I mean, it's 1 out of 3 hits.
That's not bad.
I think that's pretty good.
So you'll take 18 damage, 5 shadow, and make a fort save, please.
Yep, remember I can do that, so that's all I'll give you saves.
Alright. It is then going to 5-foot step to here. Drazenka.
Let's see how it is. What the 5 with my DR? Yeah, okay. Math.
Math.
Taking out my sword would provoke, right?
No, only sheathing does.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just
then-
a
but it's
wild
a move
mechanic.
action too.
Sorry, go on.
But it's a move action to draw it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Move action. Draw my sword. I'll again swift. Yeah, sure. Swift action blessing on myself. Still keeping on AC. This is away from the card now, so I can kind of do that. Actually. Where is it? Do I have it? Do I not have a spell? I might not have a spell. Well then, I don't have the spell I wanted to use. Oh well. Nope, I don't have it. That's fine. I'll just through another first level shocking grasp. Casting defensively. Not too bad.
You'll again shock the Drago to the bone.
And now with my sword out, I'm followed with a slash. That's good.
However, your sword fails to pierce their armor.
Well, it is what it is.
Eben. That will provoke, so I don't think you have the ice
Sorry,
wind. Do you?
I was muted. Yes, I am aware of provoke. Sorry, go on.
Alright, they will take it. You will be slashed for 16.
Okay. Those temp drops, but good stuff. At this point, I have no idea what's happened with Owl, so I am going to use Shining Light, which is something I picked up in the last dungeon because of what we were dealing with. Effectively, what happens is evil creatures within the burst take 1d6 per 2 levels and are blinded for 1 round. Evil outsiders, dragons, and undead are blinded for 1d4. They take a reflex save of 23, or they are blinded for said duration. If not, they are, I believe, not blinded. Yeah, negates blindness. They just take half damage. Good creatures will gain a +2 to attack rolls, saving throws, and skill checks for a round. Whereas Edwin is going to channel the odd ability, which is definitely not normally Shiva's domain, to attempt to banish these evil creatures.
Well, Owl's having a bad time, as she is burned by this light, so it's pretty easy to tell.
I think this is probably the first time, because I don't know what happened. I think I do this, and I
She's
see...
also blinded!
Yeah, I think I see the damage and the effect, and Edwin is kind of shocked and appalled just in a moment of this wasn't supposed to happen. and they are going to swift cast a spell. I can do that. They're going to swift cast Blinder on Al.
It's a ranged. It's touch spell blinder. Oh no, yes, sorry, it's close.
Yeah, it's close, and I can do that because I have swift cast. Even if I needed to reach it, I can. That should be 6. So, yeah.
Alright, Al's no longer blinded. She just takes a chunk of holy damage. Just 28.
Did anything else around me take that damage? Like from these guys? Because that's what I was aiming for. I didn't know
yes.
Al.
Pretty sure those, yeah. Those 3 did take damage, yes.
Okay. Are any blinded? I guess I don't know. I think I'm more shocked about how Al's reacted to that, but that's what I've got.
You don't see anyone get blinded, though.
Okay.
It's also very hard to see them blinded because the undead don't have eyes.
But
at least they don't seem like they're fumbling just yet.
Might just have a haze.
It's more that. Yeah, it's more the kind of like immediate reaction of, oh shit, I can't see. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. This dragon down below is going to speak in a language I'm pretty sure nobody knows. Nope. Alright. Then we'll go to Zaira.
I don't see what the bonuses are for that spell that you cast earlier. Is it? You said plus 2.
Plus 2. It's sacred to attacks, saving throws, and skills.
Attacks, saving throws, and skills. Okay. I'm gonna spend a temporal point.
Are you good aligned, to be clear?
Yes, I am.
Okay, then it works.
Okay, so I'm just gonna put a plus 2 in right here. Okay, so I'm gonna spend a temporal point to get an extra attack, and that, and take that 2 out. You said it was only for 1 round, right?
It's until my turn starts, effectively. So,
Okay. I'll keep it for now, though. Well, it's not in a place where it should be, actually, so just...
So is that in conjunction with what you've rolled?
Yeah, that was in there for that. I just took it
Oh,
back
cool.
out
Yeah.
right after I rolled it.
All 3 of those are hit, and the crit confirms.
Alright, so I get my temporal point back.
Is that it from you?
Yeah, although I just realized I need to take that out of my weapon notes, or my attack notes.
Al, who was blinded for like 2 seconds.
Just to be very clear, I think you can see there is Edwin looking at you with this look of, oh shit.
I will full attack the one that was in front of me with, again, the bite being the crippling blow. So forego the damage for the bite. Holy motherfucking Jesus Christ!
Wait, you're
Look at all
Yeah.
those broken confirms.
It will break because Al's not meant to ever get that many confirms.
oh my god. What'd you get off?
Do you think my character might have actually just missed being in dragon form? I crit the trip as well! My god!
Oh,
Because why not?
I told you.
You no longer deserve it.
one,
Jesus.
Day 1. Al's been a
3.
monster, and she's always been a monster.
Edwin here again. She's angry.
4 20s in a single ability.
Right, what is it? 27. So that's
I mean,
quick
it's currently
confirm.
flying, so the trip does nothing. But
True. Well, I don't think it's gonna matter. So that's the crit confirm for the
You're already
first claw.
clean.
Yeah, it depends on how you do the first few attacks.
Yeah, true. That's the crit confirm for the second claw.
Jesus Christ.
That's the crit confirm for the tail. Oh my god.
I need to play Marshall. This is bollocks. I need to play Marshall.
alright, roll me those crit damages.
God, hang on, I've got to work it out. Fuck, is it 2d6 or 3d6? Can't remember.
Depends on what you crit on. What do
Yeah.
you crit on?
My
For-
claws and my tail.
It looks like claws
So-
are
Claws are
2d6.
no, claws are 2d8s.
Oh damn!
Yeah, tail is a
They're
1d8.
1d8, but he has 2 of them.
Yeah.
That might be it. Sorry. Yeah.
So that's the claws. And
You only have a ×2 crit multiplier, so it is.
oh wait,
1d8.
it's meant to just be 1d8. Yeah.
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 Oh, and I didn't put any of the bonuses in. Fuck's sake. So plus 10, plus 8, plus 2.
It's 20, alright.
The other one was a 7. So that's the 2 claws.
Mhm.
And the tail. Where's my tail damage? 1582. 1582. That's the tail.
Alright.
And I said I was going to crippling blows the first bite, so I will do that.
Does that crit affect the crippling blow at all?
No, because it was on my bite
No.
attack.
Right, but like, it doesn't like double your damage to their.
Oh, no.
Uh,
No, it doesn't. Not their ability damage.
I'm gonna guess
That
this
was
is
it.
his left arm this time.
Yes.
or its wing, because I don't know if you can.
I can go for the wings, but I'm just breaking his bones right now.
Yeah.
You still haven't fixed the DC on the
No.
the replica.
Oh, wait.
It's plus 29.
Why is there a plus 29 in it? What? Hang on. Not that one. This one. Because for some reason it's plus CMB. Anyway. Right, fort save, grab that.
Alright, you'll break his overarm.
Oh, don't rip it off yet.
No.
Shame.
But that means no semantic spells because they can't do it without arms.
I'm super
They're
surprised.
still
that they're
usable.
up.
I'd be you're pretty right, but I'd be amazed if there's no like check for not having fucked up arms.
Right, like a heavily impacted concentration check just to cast a spell or something.
Well, there's nothing in that succeed, but I don't know if there would be.
I don't know, that just comes down because the bones are broken.
All I know is from playing Aranessa.
You can still use them. It's only -2. -2 doesn't mean you can't use it.
No, I know that
Yeah.
they can still use it. That's what I mean. It should be heavily.
I remember from Aranessa, but that was with like a missing limb. That's different, but they're broken,
Yeah.
not missing. So yeah,
Are you about to turn
Yeah,
around and
there's
tell
no
me that this
rules
thing's still
on
living?
broken appendages, so I'm just going to say you can still gas because it's still usable.
Yeah,
Because
fair
broken
enough.
doesn't mean not usable in this.
Yeah.
Broken is just like half damage.
nah. In all fairness, though, when we fought one of these things, it took a long time to kill it. I'm not surprised it's still up.
Alright, still alive. Barely.
Wow. Fair enough. Right, that is
Just
mine.
tell me,
It has-
Dotaro to
yes,
get the kill.
It's reducing
right?
all of those damages. So.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
Dotaro is going to use another ability. He's going to shine his great axe with a holy light as it bursts outwards in a holy wave. Sadly, they'll both save, but they will take the 2 undead. Hey, also the Reaper. Dotaro kills Steeled.
Fine by me.
Hey, it's my one level 14 ability. It doesn't fucking work, and Dotaro comes in. I'll see how it is. I'll see.
Reaper up top. Is going to cast a spell defensively. It's casting Ruinga.
Are they targeting Siren?
Yes.
Okay. Can't do much about that right now.
And doesn't seem to affect itself. Zarek, you're blasted with 4 grey orbs, so you'll take 90 damage. It's non-elemental, so we'll go through DR stuff.
And I did not have any temp because Dotaro wasn't able to target me, so that's just straight up from my HP.
The Draugr up top is going to Shadow's Blade and attack Drzenka again. As he does so, Dotaro is pretty sure this Draugr down here is fine just without. As he is going to move through the carriage, grab a hold of Drzenka's shoulder, and pull her to the side.
Let's like cover up a chance.
As he has the Draugr attack him instead of his Empress. As Dotaro is hit twice. The other Draugr, who had held his turn, is going to have his now. Is going to attack Owl. And he's going to reciprocate Owl's anger with his own crit.
Damn.
Do you have crit defense in Dragon form? I can't remember if it was you.
Nope.
Or just Owl. Drzenka.
Not me.
You'll be slashed twice for 61. For 5 shadow damage and a fort save, please.
What's that? 61, 50, no, 57, and 5 shadow, and a fort save.
You'll be fine. Drzenka.
Okay. Is Al big enough for me to see her, or is the carriage in the way?
The carriage is in the way, yes.
That is annoying. Okay.
What was the hope there?
White out.
If you want, I can always just swap with you.
I mean, I suppose I could like 5-foot step to get it, but kind of remove the point.
Yes, you're cool.
I can't move. Also looks at the other Draugrs on the other side.
Just gonna heal these
We
two,
don't.
but you don't know that, so go nuts.
Okay. No, I'm gonna risk it. Okay, I'm gonna just move around to get to here. Will
You
provoke.
currently don't have whiteouts that be provoke yet.
No, yeah, that provokes. I don't have white out.
Draugr will take it. They will hit you for 22.
Okay. I am counting on it to hopefully heal those two.
I'm not a healer. What?
No, you've never been.
Nah, never.
Take it, I still can't see Ow from here. No, I'm even further away. How big do I want to go? It's always a good question.
Well, are you going home?
I am
That's
tomorrow.
the truth.
There yet.
Are we going death for everyone or selective?
I mean, selective, I'm going big. But these guys are spread out, so AoEs are not the best option.
Yeah, it depends on your range, because if you have the capacity, put it this way, it goes out, and of course hits certain people. But if you go this way, it's everybody, including chocobos.
Well, if it take... Well, I don't think I can hit everything, but I could get these two. Maybe, possibly, I think. I can try at least.
You're cool. Your move, your turn.
I'm gonna risk it with the radius. And get it stuck. No, I get the chocobo in it, right?
Yeah, you'd hit me, but I'm fine with that.
That's selective squares or people.
Selective, I'm pretty sure, is targets people, creatures.
So yeah, so it doesn't matter that the chocobo takes 2 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, choose a number of targets, so the choke will just be 1.
Okay. Sure. Cast selectively. 3rd level is 21. I'm good for that. Selectively ignore myself, Edwin, Chocobo, and Siren, and throw Thundora out.
Nice.
Well, could be better. I'm probably surprised Daughter because it's lightning and not ice.
Roll me spell resistance, please.
Oh boy. That's bad.
It's not terrible.
The
Pretty bad.
lightning will course around the Reaper, but it will shatter. Whereas the Draugr has taken quite a shock to the system. He's continually getting shocked.
Okay. Do I get my flanking bonus on it? I know I don't think
I assume you're going to attack. I didn't hear the attack
Yeah.
part, yes.
I mean, I get that as part of my...
Divine
Casting.
pop up. Yep.
Just so I can apply my bonus to it.
You will slash into the Draugr, doing less than normal.
And I'll keep the blessing on myself on AC.
He is also going to fumble his save and is frozen.
Beautiful.
Nice. Love to see it. That is me done.
Edwin,
Kiraga, directly where I am, so that'll affect everyone in the party, including Dorato.
Dotaro, yeah.
That's right. I don't know why I call it Dorato. I put too many A's in it. Don't
You're going to
bring it
find the
basic-
road to El Dorado?
Well, it's essentially for explosion of health. It is also to deal with any damage from the purples, but I think they're okay. At
They
which
won't hit
point,
yet.
so that's 5. Let's just do this in real time. At which point, I will look at Zara and say, kill the Reaper, we need help here. And I will drop a quicken, because I haven't done it this day, Haste Digger, which I'm fairly sure from template will hit everyone, including Pleasure.
Indeed.
That is 6, so that's gone. For action, I'm going to give Jasenka AC, just to say, prove you are the person.
Isn't blessing is
Oh,
swift,
shit.
isn't it?
No, you're right. Sorry, you are
So
right.
you can't do blessing.
As a move, I will Ice Heart. That's all I've got.
Siren.
I need to see something really quick. I don't think. Maybe I could just ask you. Mode of time, I couldn't increase the DC on something with that, could I? I think it's only like
No.
my saves and abilities and stuff like that. Not.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm going to. I don't need to use a temporal point because I already have haste. I need to go click that on real quick. Haste. There we go.
Yeah, Haste gives attack, dodge, and other stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into my defensive stance as a free action. I am going to let rip with 3 attacks. My first attack is to be an attempt at a slow.
You should have 4, unless you have lost
No.
attacks.
Temporal doesn't stack
Oh,
with
then 3 days.
haste. So. I'm going. Okay. So the first one is going to be an attempt at slow. And it's going to be a failure anyways, because I couldn't even hit. Wow. Jaster, what did you do to me?
That was definitely.
You absorbed your luck. You took your time.
Sorry.
3. You had 4 20s, and then I get 3 1s. That's
Whoops.
the duality of this game. Jesus
The
Christ.
life of the marshal.
Okay, so I'm going to take off my shadow sticks here.
The second attack will hit, but obviously doesn't confirm.
Yeah.
Dota is also going to ask you to get closer to him, to there.
Okay. I will take a 5-foot step then.
Hattahwood is also hasted. I don't know if he has anything for that, but they won't be affected.
Ow.
How did you heal at all?
Oh yeah, I'm healing now.
Uh-huh.
See, I healed.
It's almost like I wanted to give you the healing, and I did vigor, which gives
Let's just
you...
remember, you did hurt me first.
Right. Shut up. You're the problem here, not me. Okay, I don't think I actually mentioned about vigor, so no. No one gets vigor.
When I say die, you die.
Is that with the haste?
I ain't got around to the haste yet. Hang on. Oh fuck, there it is.
Well, it's a good thing. You know what? You get no buffs, go Ned. Not enough. G has told us remember your buffs for years. Remember your buffs.
No, I was getting there. I just rolled me a full attack.
The first wing will miss, but and the tail will miss, but the rest will hit. The last bite also confirms.
Lovely.
5
foot that way as well. Oh no, there's 2.
No,
There's 2 of me.
Not for me. Dota is going to have to 5-foot step now. It's going to 5-foot step to here, and is going to move a hand over his greatsword as it bursts into a blue flame.
Where's fish with adding in
Just
the
for
enemies
people that
now? I'll
know
gladly
it.
take it now.
Everyone besides Al is going to get that whilst you're in his aura.
Sorry, does that have a round's duration at all?
Just while the aura is up.
Okay.
You'll see that the Draugr that's next to him is recoiling from the light. The Reaper is gonna do his fang again. So, you are going to get blasted for 95.
Oof.
I know this may seem like absolutely nothing, but what I did before we give you +2, I don't know if that helps. Or you put it on.
+2 to what?
So Sacred Light gives, I'm pretty sure, Shining Light is a +2 Sacred bonus, so it stacks with anything else that's Sacred, for +U bonus to ability checks, saving throws, and no, AC is not in there apparently. So yeah, it is what it is.
Didn't that last for a round?
I haven't had a turn yet, so it's still game.
I mean, you did that, like, that was the one that blinded out, right?
Oh no, it was that. So yeah, you're fine. I just wanted to be
I'm going to
good.
fly around to here.
Those rows already show me up.
For what?
I didn't think. It failed. It's fine.
Drago up top is going to attack Anna, as she's doing the most to do so far, besides the first round of her.
As a reminder, Siren, you would have had 66 AC.
What?
No, AC, 66 health back.
Oh, yeah, I did. It's gone now.
Oh shit.
That's new damage that I just took.
Dojaro is going to push Drazenka to the side, as he's going to take the blows for her.
I will Cure Wounds Mass.
Wait. What?
Sorry, the first will hit.
Oh,
Hit.
close ones. Okay.
Yeah, that's everyone. Yeah, and I will apply Vigor to that, so it's +8.
Yeah, it won't be for Owl, if you're doing everyone up top.
Yeah, no, that it would not be for Owl, but Owl seems a lot better than we are.
So 28 hit points.
No.
Oh.
25 hit points. Oh, sorry, 28 hit points +8 temp.
This Draugr is going to ask that Al give me a Fortitude save, please, as they fill the area of darkness. Yes, the fort save.
Oh.
You will just take 14 shadow damage. Drazenka.
So I pushed it down. It's just full attack, I guess.
Do it.
Like, stuff is great against low targets. Yeah, sure. With haste. Did he say if Dotor got hit from the previous one? So I'll wait and ask when he comes back.
Nibeth has left a call. You are muted, by the way, Nibeth. I assume that's intentional.
I mean, he is BRB.
Eh. Important times.
Yeah.
Yes, Dojo did
There
get
he is.
hit once.
Okay. In that case, I will swift action give blessing to AC to him, since he seems to be wanting to play the hero so much. And I'll just full attack the guy between us. It's finally getting the bonuses so that my garbage rolls don't matter as much.
Still quite high.
All of those will hit. Is that it?
Yep, that's me done.
Edwin.
Okay. Am I putting this off to clarify? Would you mind putting it? Yeah, perfect. I'm trying to aim it sort of like here, so I can hit everyone, apart from, of course, our enemies, which I don't think there are any that I can see. I can see Al, unless you're saying the carriage doesn't allow that, in which point I would move to here to see them.
I mean, I don't know what you're doing.
It's a cure spell.
Yeah, it would hit Al there. You don't need to move there.
Okay. I'm going to cure up, because that's what I do. I will apply that, so everyone will get 60. 6 again. I don't have the single target thing anymore, so I believe the talent still applies. Let me double check. Yeah. All of you will gain 10 temp. Not 1 temp. 10. 1 0. This will include the draw.
Is that from the same effect as the one from before? The 8 that we got before?
No, it's compacted, so
Okay.
it would addition to Ice Heart.
That's why
No,
I asked.
not Ice Heart. Whiteout. That's it.
No, I didn't get whiteout. I'm talking about the 8 temp that we got from your last.
No, this would go over it.
Your close wounds. So it's
Yes.
just replace.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought you were affected by whiteout. No. Anything I do from these spells, they are compacted. At which point, I would swift action Trozenka
Don't have
to.
one.
Nope. Well, I've done Curator, I've done Close Wounds. in a separate interaction, so we're down to standards. So, the best thing I can do
All you have is a move
So-
action.
yeah. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna waste time.
Zaire.
Okay. I was gonna do a thing, but I can't really do it now. I'm going to. I can charge now. I'm gonna. Oh wait, am I in the aura still or no?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna charge the dude up there.
I don't know what color works
Well,
best
no,
in this
no,
background.
I could see that I was in the aura, but my square is partial, not full, so that's why I was asking.
Yeah.
Okay,
hear it.
so +2 sacred on saving throws. Okay, so that's fine. That doesn't do anything for me. Okay, I'm just gonna charge. Gonna do this. No bonuses. Yep, that's right. So that's going to cost me a temporal point.
First one will hit.
Okay. That's all I'm going to do.
You would have another one because you're still hasted.
Oh, yeah. So that would be okay. Just another regular attack. I forgot. That's not that. I don't have that in that macro. So
Yeah.
Oh, apparently I got rid of my character sheet for some reason. That was fun. Okay. Yes. And scroll. So B. Attacks. Single attack. That's the wrong weapon. There we go.
That was it.
Alright.
Are you doing
I-
the charges and you're not moving, or are you moving?
Yeah, I don't have to move, so I'm not going to move. I'm just gonna
Okay.
stay back here. But
Wow.
as that counts as a charge, I don't think I can take a 5-foot step or anything like that either. So I just stay.
Let's see if I can get rid of this boy. Why my crit confirm's just broken?
I don't know. But the first stack's going to bring him down.
Fuck's sake. Well, I already full attack, so I can only 5 foot.
Your full attack isn't a penalty thing, so you can move normally.
Nice.
You would only
Okay.
not be able to move if it's something like two-weapon fighting where you have a penalty on the first attack and whatnot.
Oh, okay. It's different because it's natural attacks.
Like for this, you would just do a bite attack. If it dies, oh, you don't need to do the rest of your attack because nothing. It's fine. You can move.
Fine. I will fly then. 50, and then I get haste is an extra 30, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then I will fly. No, I won't do that. Fly to here.
Now that you can see the flaming great axe, you have a great aversion to getting any closer to Dotaro.
There again.
Now that you can see Dotaro's great axe, you have a great aversion against going anywhere closer to him.
Okie dokie.
Dotaro. Is again going to charge his blade with Holy Light and explode it outward. And that'll be him done. Reaper up top. Can see the one the master wanted. Is going to attempt an acrobatical fly. What is your CMD?
My CMD is 41.
Remember,
You get attack
you're
to
plus
this guy?
4. Yeah.
What was that?
For
You
being
get
bigger.
attack opportunity this fella.
No, I know that. Jack B was saying something.
No. That's it. If you
Yeah.
do it, you do it.
All right.
There's no
Then
difference.
I will try to bite this guy, and I will try to crippling blow if it hits. And I will go for its wing.
You will tear its wing off.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
So it will bleed.
You also won't be able to fly there.
well done.
It's going to cast defensively and through continuous damage.
I have a feeling this is why Dotaro was a bit nervous about Owl's aura. She's become a little bit more brutal.
Not that he knows. Doesn't have
Yeah,
reference.
true.
He's
I mean, to
maybe-
you lot, this is a lot more brutal than what Owl normally is.
Yeah.
She's never ripped
yeah.
off a limb.
She's never really been big enough to rip off limbs before. This is just a natural side effect of her increasing in size.
Hmm.
Well, no. This is a case of they're big enough to now break off limbs. They've chosen to do so. That's the difference.
That's true, I guess.
This Drow is going to explode a shadow around him. Edmund, Vizenka, and Dotaro need to make fortitude saves. Remember the +2.
Say one more time.
Need to make a fortitude save with +2.
Am I included in that?
You don't need to save.
Oh, okay.
So, first save I've done, so I'm going to make sure I've got the right thing. That's a no-go.
Just take 7 shadow. Don't run out. Take 15.
Alright. I'll take it
Yozenka.
Tokuro's temp is still going.
Yeah, it was in his health.
Yeah, that's it.
Um, Can't really stop that number of damage with Shielder alone. I also don't like that he has spell resistance. Swift action, I'll keep the blessing on Dotaro. Or AC.
Yeah.
And... $35. Just double checking, was it? That's 30 feet to me. Okay, if I was up here, then I can get Owl and White out.
They are both slowed.
Oh, nice. Love to see it. Okay. Move action. Swift channel. I had to double check, but it's only affects undead with the damage. I don't think I was that quite yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. So I might try to deal holy damage to undead creatures.
The Draugr is going to burst into holy energies.
Pretty good dice.
Bye. Does this guy seem affected at all?
The Reaper could take a chunk of damage.
Okay. So now we know it's undead. Of some form. And that is me done.
Edwin.
Okay. I'm going to move 25 feet to here and defensive cast Rescue to Zaire to just pull them into combat.
Oh, where to?
Next to me, I'm more than happy to go there, or there.
Okay.
The check, just to be very clear, and I'll double check my sheet. I have plus 25 to concentration checks. Casted defensively is 5, so it's 30. I should be fine.
Yeah.
I will then give Al a plus to from Blessing of the Faithful to attacks. That's me done.
Zaire.
5-foot step. Does Al have... Wait, no, I have outflank.
Reach.
I'm full on flanking with her anyways, so I'm gonna take that on. Where is flanking? Hello? There it is. Able will change it from 2 to a 4. And then I have haste on, so I don't need to take that on. I'm just gonna roll with 3 attacks. It's already slowed, so it doesn't really matter. Hey, that's a little better.
The first one will bring it down.
Awesome.
Good stuff.
Need to remember to take off my buffs. That one. Defensive stance.
Dirtbag will flick his great axe and turn the flames off.
Ow. Zyron, a moment. Along with the chocobos. And I will cast Domain Healing, because that's what I do.
Whoa, that got really loud for a second.
Ignore that. Wrong level of the spell. Everyone will gain 65. That will include Dotaro.
Oh, what? There we go. Oh, and I got a crit, so I get my temporal back.
They should be okay as well.
Those creatures were calling for something that their master sees. Is there something I should be aware of?
Wait, what did you say?
Those, I think you said Reapers. They when they attacked us, they shouted about the one their master sees.
You're right, they did. I don't know what that was about.
And we have fought creatures like those Reapers before. Might be part of the competition that we're on, might be targeted because of it.
Yeah.
I can say I've never encountered them before. But if they are to be a part of this DST that you are on, must be something we have to be wary of, I suppose.
Yeah, we kind of just have to be aware of threats from any side. Anybody could potentially be a threat.
I take it the log did deal with this certain incident.
The log?
Did one of you say it's like rolling a log down a trap hallway or something? Your detour?
I don't remember saying it.
I did.
Oh,
I didn't make that reference, but that's a slightly different scenario, I believe.
Indeed.
This looks to be more targeted. Interesting, I will just start casting Mending on the door of the carriage.
I don't know if the other side is going to be fixable.
let me channel while we're here. Jazenka has the ability to mend items. Unfortunately, I don't. It's not part of my ability score. And frankly, the method of worship, one which I don't share with most of my faith. Then we'll move away as you do the mending.
Don't feel
Zaya's-
bad that you hurt me. You weren't aware. I saw you look at me. You quickly
You and I
mended
will
it as well.
talk.
Even was it that you cast in the first place?
I tried to summon something I don't really think aligns with Shiva. I pulled light from the world and I pulled it into where we are. And you were hurt by it. Why is that?
You tell me. You're the one that cast the spell. What was the spell designed to hit?
The spell? Well, that's the problem, Al. It wasn't a spell. It was what I pulled from the gods in my moment of weakness. I tried to do something to help you all, to heal everyone. And you're the only person who saw what happened because you are incredibly durable. And you saw me give up. I chose this because Jazenka and Zaya won't be here otherwise. And so what I pulled from the ether is an ability that would harm those who cause destruction and death to the world, and you were hurt. And I fixed your blindness, but I don't know what this means.
Well, I like to think I don't cause destruction, but well, you'll cause death. We just did here. We caused death to the undeath.
You know I've spoken of this before.
Indeed, we
You will
have.
be in a position very soon. Yes, we have done it before, so I won't bore you. It's up to you to tell the others.
I think vaguely everyone's gaining an idea. I think the only one now that's mainly in the dark would be Zairan. I was having a similar chat with Jazenka. I won't go into detail because that's a chat between her and I. But Dotaro was talking about aura. I don't really understand what they mean fully, but according to him, I have a different aura to the rest of you. But I said, no matter what it comes to, whatever situation we're put in, I will still use my powers to protect all of you. No matter the effects that it may cause on others. You and my family, well, I consider you family at this point, are precious. And with that, I will protect you no matter the cost.
And we'll walk more towards Al and Not kneel, because that's disrespectful. It's more just try to see to eye to eye. Doesn't matter how we do this. It is what it is. Al, the only person I think could fight you 1-to-1, realistically, is Zayn. And the fact of the matter is, myself and Josenka will try our best, our utmost best, in our souls, in our spirits, in our bodies, to look after you. I can't speak for her. I know she's had this conversation with you before. You have the potential, as Zayn does, to be worse than any monster we fought, any creature we have battled. And the worst part is they will wear your face. And I know I can't fight that.
But I'll say the same to you as I said to Rosenka. Although I have my strength, and again Zayn as well, we would not be where we are today without the aid of you and Rosenka putting us back together. Literally.
That's the thing, Al. Soon, you might not need that. I'll always be there to put you back together, as I will Josenka, Zayn, and all those with need. I just hope, in my soul and my body, you don't make the wrong choices. Because the fact of the matter is, we can't stop you. You're going to get stronger. Much stronger. I just hope one day I can see your domain. But I can't do that.
I don't
If
think
you
I'd ever be
change.
strong enough where I'd have my own domain, but who knows what the future may hold. As long as I can just keep my village for now, and that is my priority.
I think you will. But maybe my faith is in the wrong place. Let's get back.
Agreed.
I think as Al leaves and rejoins, Edmund is actually going to make the most earnest prayer he can do, which is simply a hope and a prayer, quite literally, that against the odds, we'll be the people we were in a year from now.
Can't figure out how to get this door back on.
I'll be over in a moment, just...
Yeah, let me try. I'm pretty sure you just push it really, really hard.
It's fully ripped off. Oh, and now the door's inside the carriage.
You wanted it in the carriage. It's in the carriage.
I wanted it back on the hinges.
I know how to do hinges. I know how to put things in things.
Let's just wait till Trasenka gets over here and fix this.
Josenka. Zayn has put the door in the carriage.
The door is now smaller than the hole that it goes inside.
Certainly, I was far enough away from you to hear you anyway. Could you pick it back up and hold it against the hinges, please, so I can try to mend it around them?
Of course.
This far worse off than the other door. This might take a bit.
I blame Dotaro. He was the one standing in the doorframe when the fight broke out.
Well, doesn't really matter who done it.
The matter is, it's fixed. Well, is there anything
Just
left to do here, or
careful
shall
on
we be
before.
off?
I should probably keep moving. We still have some daylight left.
So did we come to the conclusion that it's not possible to travel on top of the carriage if we put the tent in the driver's seat with Zarin?
There's not really anything to hold the tent.
It's a room
Not
issue.
particularly.
Shame. Okay.
If the door's repaired, can start setting it off on your way, continuing to the west. I know it takes longer for me to load them than you, but
Map has been taking a lot longer to load recently.
A lot more stuff on it.
Yeah, that's true.
and as you go to here, this will be where we have the session for the day.
Oh, you had